again, friends. I thought today would be fun to do a little day in the life and just see what it's like being a small business owner that works multiple jobs. So today is Tuesday, March 18th. This is actually my office where I do my remote diabetes education from. So two of my loves here. I've got my sea turtles and my honeybees. There's a little metal hive decoration there that I got from one of my besties one year. And then these interspersed here are a number of my initial crochet projects. I showed the bunny and the chick in a earlier video with some of where I got started. Octopus up there was another initial creation, and the turtle is actually my second crochet turtle. The first one had a significant cone and my daughter adopted him. And I've got some other metal work there with the beach turtle. My little keychain, take me to the beach, supporting another small business owner. I actually have 3 screens in front of me here. This is where I do my primary diabetes education from. I have a laptop that then extends to a 22-inch and a 32-inch monitor. I have a little, I think it's 15-gallon small fish tank there with a couple of glowfish in it. I just love fish and the aquatics, so I've got that little bit in here as well to help with that soothing feeling that the fish and the water provide. This is then my personal laptop, which is what I do my social media on, and well, sometimes I'll do my second remote nursing job from either of the 2 computers, depending on which I have. So I have my primary job, I have a secondary virtual telehealth position that's just nursing, not diabetes, and then my crochet business. So definitely stay busy. So for today's agenda, being a Tuesday, I work with diabetes patients from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. I also have a meeting over my lunch, so I have very little downtime today. After I get off at 4, we turn around and head out to dance. My daughters dance at a studio that is 30 minutes away. So we need to leave by 4:45 to get to dance on time, preferably earlier because it is rural roads. It's a bit early in the season, but we are coastal North Carolina. There are starting to be some farm implements that are out on the roads. And then there's always the school buses. If I get behind a school bus, it adds approximately 7 minutes to my travel time. So we really need to be out the door closer to 4:30 to make sure that we don't get caught by either a farm implement or one of the rural school bus routes. So then I sit in the parking lot there at dance for 3 hours, because otherwise I spend 2 hours round trip going back and forth. Well, I do love what I do, and being able to educate and provide value to individuals' journeys with diabetes. As a contract worker, I only get paid when my patients show up for their appointments. Yesterday, 50% of my patients did not show. So I would really love to be able to expand my crochet business and not stress so much about my patient appointments. It can get very disheartening when, like November and December with the holidays, when your entire month is 30 to 50% of no-shows. That means I lost 30 to 50% of my projected budgeted income because people didn't show. So it's definitely difficult. My husband does travel for work, and because we have no family or support village here on the East Coast, I am not able to take a traditional nursing position. It's not something that I can work a 7 to 7 or even a 9 to 5 at an office that's 30 minutes to an hour away, because I have no one to help with my kids. Even if they went to a traditional school, there would be nobody at the house for them to bring them to school, pick them up from school, any of their activities. I don't have that kind of support here. So we do homeschool because I have 2 severe dyslexic daughters, and they have multiple hours of specialized tutoring and instruction each week that the public schools and private schools cannot provide. So that's a path that we've investigated multiple times, and unfortunately is just a dead end. So it is what it is, and we are making the most of it, but it does make things difficult because I don't get PTO, I don't get, I'm not salaried. Therefore, when these patients don't show up for their appointments, it can make it very difficult. The flexibility that it provides to be able to attend to my children and stay home while they homeschool. They're old enough to do their schoolwork mostly independently, and I can then assist during breaks or no-shows as far as helping with some of those things. But it definitely is a very non-traditional pathway for getting all things done. So this is again where I'm hoping that crochet can fill in these gaps for us, in addition to providing the extra education regarding business and finances and all that kind of stuff to my children as well. Lots of real world experience as we keep receipts and file taxes and pay our sales tax quarterly. So it's definitely a journey, and motherhood, parenthood, each step of the way is a different group of challenges. My first one, when she was little, she screamed every night when I picked her up from daycare. She screamed for hours on end, and I would just sit there and cry with her. And while people tell you those things, they change so fast, they do. But my God, I would never want to be back there again. That was an incredibly low period, and she was wonderful for people at daycare, but she was so overstimulated by the time that I picked her up after working 9 to 5 that it was so hard. So it's just different challenges, both professionally and as a parent. And I know I'm not the only mom out there that struggles with providing the balance between both avenues. So come along with me on my day. I didn't intend to get so deep so early this morning. So we will see how our day goes. Happy end of the day. So today was awful for work. Of my 11 patient appointments, I had 3 cancellations last minute, 3 no-shows unable to complete, So yeah, that is over a 50%. Great. So on to more fun things. So now I have happy mail to drop off at the post office. It is my mom's birthday next week, 2 days before mine. And then we will pack to head to dance. My husband is on jury duty this week. Typically, I would drop my younger daughter off on Tuesdays to his office because there's just like 15 minutes between when I would drop her off and when he gets off work. So she just hangs out with him. But because he's at the courthouse on jury duty, she will be hanging with me in the van for 3 hours while the older daughter dances. I have my crochet bag packed. We have a few things to do. So next time I check in, should be from the dance parking lot. All right, here we go. Hey, back one more time from the office. I just got approved to be a live seller on Palm Street. It is an app that originally started out as a plant trading, selling platform. And with all of the plant people during COVID, it really took off with seedlings and propagations, that's the word I was looking for, of the different plants. And I, even though I happen to have like a jungle in my home, was not aware of this until recently. LA Crochet has been doing some of those, and she has had a number of really successful sales. I thought it would be worth pursuing given my lackluster in-person events, and it's almost looking like the weather Saturday is going to cancel my upcoming event on the 22nd. So looking to get some options for diversifying income per se. I mean, still selling crochet, but not necessarily the setup and the events and that kind of stuff. So super looking forward to this. I just got an email that I was approved, and I'm setting up for my onboarding and how all that goes. So I will keep you posted. So we are now sitting at Walmart. I have had to drive all over town to try and find someplace with self-service. It's really fun living in the middle of nowhere. Some days we have service, some days we don't. So we are hanging out in the van for a few hours while the older daughter is at dance class. I have some Bernat blanket to make some chickens. I need to time and do all that for my chickens. And then I also have the yarn for a daisy turtle, which I also need to weigh and time to get a better exact price on that one. So that is our agenda now for the evening. Hey friends, so it is now after 9 o'clock. We just got home from dance. I got a couple of chicken bodies done at dance, a small one. I did not get the daisy turtle even started. I swear the town that the girls dance in, they shut their cell phone towers off every Tuesday. It took me 45 minutes to upload a minute video to my Instagram stories, which is insane. And as I kept trying to find an area with service, the area I usually sit in on Tuesdays did not have any service. And the secondary location that I sit in on Tuesdays did not have any service. And yeah, that is what it is. So we are back at home. Hopefully I can whip out this turtle real quick tonight. Oops, just moved my bag and it moved my whole camera stand. And hopefully we'll be done with that. So this is where the day ends. You guys all have a great one. See you next time.